Q106.5.
Straight from Nashville.
It's country music news.
Well, Morgan Wallen needs a break from stardom. He admits in his video posted to his social media yesterday afternoon, says he's going to be stepping away from the spotlight for a bit to, quote, work on me.
Wow.
I think I have some growing up to do, he said. He issued the personal message to his fans after he made headlines for partying after a weekend football game in Alabama and not wearing a mask, hanging out with groups of college-aged people at bars and houses, not socially distanced, and he was even kissing multiple women.
Yeah.
Wow.
And, that part, it's like, well...
Rock star. Where was my invite?
Yeah, exactly. I know. There you go. But the sad part of all this is the rising star was booked for Saturday Night Live this Saturday, and they have pulled him from the show due to the late-night sketch comedy's COVID-19 protocols. Lorne Michaels said, "We'll find you another time to have you perform on the show." And Morgan reacted to that by saying, "My actions this past weekend were pretty short-sighted, and they have obviously affected my long-term goals and my dreams. I take ownership for this. To my team, to my fans, to Saturday Night Live, I apologize. And I let them down, and for that, I'm sorry." Which is nice of him to own up to everything.
Right.
And kind of, to me, short-sighted that, Morgan, you went through this, how many months ago in the bar and stuff, and if you can't be doing this, especially with COVID out there, because you don't need to be getting that, you know, and not to politicize it, but I mean, I don't want to get into whether he should be wearing a mask or shouldn't, or how he feels about it all or whatever. But it's just kind of like you can't live the life of a rock star with this going on and get away with it. It's just not gonna,
I was thinking, when I saw it, I was like, oh, that boy being crazy again. And then he issues this massive apology, and I was like, wow, he really did own up to from the way I saw it, I was like, oh, whatever. He's a country rock star at this point.
Right.
Yeah. But, the fact that he owned up to it and everything else, I was like, wow, you took a lot of responsibility for stuff that I didn't even resonate in my head. So
right.
Good for him.
Yeah,
Right.
I think the phrase "some growing up to do" is pretty accurate, and I think he's taken a big step in that direction with
definitely.
this. Just owning up to it.
It's very difficult, anybody who sits and judges, and I don't mean to sound like I'm judging him because, I'm way, twice his age. But it's kind of like when you're handed so much, and not handed, he earned it. Yeah. But when you have so much at such a young age and such a, your maturity level, some people mature at 16 and some, don't even mature when they're 60. Right. So I get that part of it. But it's just like in with what's going on in the world, it's just you can't really live that life right now, and it's tough. And I hopefully Lorne Michaels, I hope they'll have him back. He deserves that, and and that's too bad that he lost that, and But good for him to step up. I mean, Paul, you met him. He's pretty easy going, down to earth.
He is, but you also have to think about it from his point of view. When you have offers to, hey, you want to go to the bar and be like the center of attention,
right?
It's got to be somewhat tempting at certain points, and you overlook some things, and I think that's what happened. Really, it's hard for our perspective to see what it was like for him.
Right?
Absolutely.
Right at that age to have a bunch of beautiful women going,
exactly,
sure,
yeah,
Cindy,
big mall energy.
Cindy, put your hands over your ears and go, no. I mean, been there, done that, Paul, and I'm sure you have too. All right.
Why are you assuming I haven't just because it wasn't women?
There you go. Exactly. All right, Wallen, you should hang out with us.
Right.
Because,
let's go.
We get you squared away.
We're going to the wave.
We're get you squaring away. Well, let's just leave it at all Morgan Wallen all the time for today.
That spiraled into a whole lot of whatever.
We're not going to top that. Let's hope he gets on Saturday Night Live.
Yes.
Let's hope he got those phone numbers of the girls he kissed for down the road so we can get together when COVID's behind us. And And
hey, baby, what you doing in 2022?
And like Paul said, thanks for owning up to it all, Morgan. And that's the biggest step, the first step. And
absolutely.
there you go. All right, more at tasteofcountry.com and Q106.5.fm.